On Divorce Court today. Will burning up the back door make her husband more faithful? That's the question Acquanetta tried to answer when she thought she heard Donell upstairs in bed with another woman. He says he was alone, but she has another match. Donell Overstreet and Acquanetta Overstreet have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
So, Mr. Overstreet, I understand that you and your wife knew each other back when you were teenagers. You lost touch with one another and then reconnected. Tell me how that worked out.
Yes, when we was in junior high school, like, I didn't too much know her as far as she was her bookworm, I was a jock.
Right.
And I was popular in, in our state, in our community. Football is a very big aspect of the community. So I had seen her a few times in track, and we passed each other, and I always...
But you kind of knew her, but didn't really. You knew of her, you knew who she was, but there was nothing going on.
I knew of her, yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened when you met him after all those years not seeing each other?
Okay, so basically, I went up to him, I spoke to him, he got my number, we started talking. His pops passed away, so I took it upon myself to be there for him because this is somebody I've always wanted to be with. And
someone I've always wanted to be with.
I've had a crush on him since the 6th grade. And he was just the love of my life. I knew he was who I wanted to be with. And we lost connection. I moved in the 9th grade to another high school, and when I came back, I happened to see him at IHOP. We got together after that. We started dating after his pops passed away. We moved in together a month later, and then 5 months after that, we got married.
Why so quickly?
Why so quickly? I fell in love with her passion and her being there for me and her enthusiasm about her kids, which I have met. And we actually get along with each other, talk to each other, enjoy each other's company.
So how did we end up here?
Well, I was laying on the bed, and I was kind of like hurting from my job, and I heard us banging on the door, back door, and she was back there screaming and yelling, "Is that back there? Is that in there?" So I open up the door, and she darts in, and she goes straight to the bathroom, comes back out, and pours, like, I guess it was some kind of hair product or some nail polish and something. And just lights the back door on fire. Yes, and I had to get the flour from out of the kitchen and dump it on the fire.
Put out the door.
Put it out the door. The cops come, and the fire department come, and the insurance man comes, and they explaining, why am I still in this situation? And I told them, some people still needed a chance, but at that time, I did not press charges.
Mrs. Overstreet, do you want to explain why you lit the door on fire?
I do. Well, it kind of extended from the day before. The day before, I'm a night owl, but I happened to go to sleep a little early. I got up, he was giggling and laughing on the phone. So when I got up, I asked him who he was talking to. He hit his phone, didn't want to tell me, so I went in the bathroom, took it upon myself, got on Facebook. Message pop up. He talking to a female. She's supposed to be in the shower. Okay, why y'all talking about being...
Hang on. Hey, I'm going to get back to you.
Why are y'all talking about being in the shower? He's talking about don't get your phone wet. She's talking about I won't. Then she's talking about asking him, does he remember when they kissed and stuff like that? So I confront him. He tells me that he don't remember them kissing. Who don't remember kissing somebody? So the next day I called him, told him I'd be home at 7 o'clock. I came home at 5, and when I walked in, there was no TV on, there was no nothing but him laying on the bed in some boxers. He don't never be in boxers at 5 o'clock in the evening. Then he's laying there. I heard a female voice, and I know I did. And I wasn't banging on the back door because I went through the front. And then my back door was unlocked. So I went to the bathroom, grabbed the acetone, poured it around. I grabbed a wood match, and I lit it on fire. And I told him the female's gonna have to get past me. I'll kill them both.
And there was
now, Mr. I'm gonna get back to you because, what you saw was suspicious, no doubt, but not enough, for arson. So I'm wondering, does he have a background or a history of cheating?
He has a history of disappearing. And when he disappears, he don't disappear for a few hours. He disappears for weeks and days. For instance, I had a family member who came out of town. Okay, when this family member came, it was some altercation. So it was either choose him or the family member had to leave and be on the street. I wasn't fixing to put my family member on the street. So he left, stayed gone 2 weeks. I went everywhere I could think of where he was. So when he came back, I had to call him from an anonymous number just for him to answer. I begged him to come back. He came. Then when I talked to him, he was just like, oh, I wasn't nowhere. Well, where was you? Was you with a female? No. Okay. So then every time we get into it, the first thing he want to do is take off his ring and throw it. Or he's done that to me 5 times. And when we first got married and he asked me to marry him, I told him I don't believe in divorce. When we take these vows, that's what it means. And to me, that's what it means. I didn't do this for fun. I'm not doing this for play. So till death do us part.
I got you. Mrs. Overstreet, Mr. Overstreet, are you running around on her? Let's just get that straight up front.
I am not, Your Honor. Whenever I took that time out and I was gone for 2 weeks, now prior to that, she did push me off the bed due to the information that she found, but I do not know. I told her I do not know of this lady.
But there was a lot of conversation going on that was inappropriate.
Yes.
You can't just say I didn't know her because you must have...
No, actually, it was on my social media. Yeah. So, I mean, I would conversate with a lot of people.
But
it was in the private inbox.
But be that as it may, it's an inappropriate conversation to have, whatever the method.
Right.
Whether it's smoke signals or a letter or a telegraph, you're not supposed to say things like that to a woman who is not your wife, correct?
Correct.
Next, it's a matter of proof. Can Acquanetta prove Donell is messing around? And can he prove that she keeps their house a mess? If the ink on your marriage license is barely dry, but you're ready to call it quits, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Broken relationships, real solutions. Divorce Court continues.
So, Ms. Overstreet.
Yes.
We're not going to come to a resolution as to whether or not he's been cheating on you. Is that the most evidence you have of a cheating incident, or have you ever really just caught him?
No, I've never really just caught him. Just the phone conversations and the text messages, or him calling other females, talking about he's trying to figure out how to deal with a situation with us, which doesn't really make sense. Why call another female to ask about us? But
can he talk to you? You saw a message on the phone, and next thing you know, you're lighting your house on fire.
The next day,
yeah. I mean, if you'd caught 2 people in bed rolling around, you know, underwear on the ceiling and all that, I could work with you a little bit. But a message, and you gonna light the house you're living in on fire. I mean, whew, right?
Right.
You say, however, that Mr. Overstreet is overcritical of you, that once you got married, he became a nitpicker.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so when we first got together, when he came over to my house or my apartment, he already knew that I was not as tidy as him. I honestly walk in, as soon as I walk in the door, I'll start stripping. I'll probably put my clothes on the side of the basket instead of the basket, okay? He will flip out about that. I have my water cup that stays permanently on the side of my bed. I can still clean up, and he will go behind me and still clean up behind me. So it started making me feel like, what's the point? If you're gonna do everything behind me, why do you want me to do it in the first place?
Are you both working outside the home?
Yes.
Okay. You both work full-time?
No,
Yes,
he
I
works
do.
more than I do.
You work full-time, you work part-time.
Yes,
okay. Mr. Overstreet, would you care to address the cleaning issue?
Ma'am, I do have some pictures here, and this does not look like you just throw things on the ground.
Okay.
It's clothes everywhere. Last week, as a matter of fact, I had to eat my soup with a fork because no dishes are clean. Ants, roaches are all around. She's messy. She says she throws her clothes on the floor. Actually, she throws them around the room.
That's his basket with his clothes.
Nothing's color
that
coded.
Box under there, and then that's a room we're just actually moving into. So he take a picture, and I work just like he does, but he could help me with that.
About 1 time a week, Your Honor.
Well, is she solely responsible for keeping things picked up? I mean, I know she doesn't work quite as much as you do, but she does work. Do you at least pitch in a bit so it's not solely her
Yes,
job?
ma'am. Like, as a matter of fact, I had washed some clothes, and I had toted them up the street in the car, and I had came back. I had asked her, okay, if I wash the clothes, can you at least fold them? For 2 days, these clothes sat in the bag.
Unfolded.
Unfolded, which included my work clothes. So I dumped them on the bed, and now she's mad, and she just throws them on the floor, and we get
I cook for him every single day. And then the one time I do ask him to cook something, he will tell me, well, if I'm gonna cook, then I might as well be by myself. That's what he will tell me. So what I ask him simply to do is, please wash the dishes. If I cook, you can wash the dishes. Plain and simple.
I said, if I cook, I should eat by myself. Especially if you're the woman and you're supposed to take charge in the kitchen. I mean, it's your kitchen.
See, I understand. No. I mean, no. I mean, if the man was the sole breadwinner and we were sitting, then that's her job. If you're both working, then it's a toss-up.
She only goes out one time, probably a week, Your Honor.
Okay, I work for temp services. I work whenever they call me, so it don't matter what time of the day.
When you're not working, you should take care of the house.
Exactly.
So
but when I
be
am
spotless.
working, it doesn't. I am darned if I do and danged if I don't.
When Divorce Court continues, are intimate issues between these two the real problem in their marriage?
Do you think Acquanetta is jumping to conclusions when she accuses Donell of seeing other women? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Though I hesitate to go there, I'm going to start with you, Mr. Overstreet. You have a formidable sex drive, no?
Yes, ma'am.
And you just don't get enough.
I do not get enough.
Would you care to gently address that issue for me?
75% of the time, we do not have sex. So probably one time a week.
Once a week?
Yes, ma'am. Once or twice, and that's begging. That's not like, okay, honey, I'm home. Can you allow us to, engage in sexual activities?
Your response, Ms. Overstreet, is that an accurate reflection of what's not happening in your home?
It is.
And why is that?
Oh, he burned me out. Okay, in the beginning when we first got married, it was great having sex all the time. But he wants it all the time. On the weekend, it was twice in the morning, once in the evening, twice at night, all the time. But there's no pleasure for me. There is no making me want to. There is no emotionally attaching it to me, making me want to. I mean, it's not just, hey, honey, roll over, let's do this. It's not like that.
Did you hear her? She got choked up. She got choked up when you said it. Do you understand what she just told you?
Yes, ma'am.
She told you you're ordering up like soup. I would like a pound of this and a pound of that.
It's
let's get to going.
It's
Instead
like a full-time job.
It's not just a physical act to women. It is an expression of love. And you can't just order up an expression of love. You've got to kind of warm it up. And you're not warming anything up, is what she's telling you.
Actually, we had videos we could watch. We kiss. We engage in touching with each other.
That's not a warm-up. That's the act. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't even know what the warm-up is. The warm-up isn't sexual at all. It is a hug. It is a how you doing? I love you, baby. You're so beautiful. Call phone during the day. That's what the warm-up is. You think you're talking.
But, I'm at work.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't have a lunch break where you can't text I love you? Come on. Come on. If you really want something, you have to work at it. And it'll take 5 minutes a day to work at getting the sex that you want. But you don't do it. Did I get it right?
Yes.
She doesn't feel like a person to you.
I feel like a personal blow-up doll. He tells me, and then it makes it even worse because when we do have sex, he just tells me I'm no good, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you do that?
So
at times she's not good at it, and because she's wanting to be lousy at it.
Me. He's been having sex way longer than me.
She's wanting to be lousy at it. She doesn't never want to experience
Look,
new
I told
things.
him he didn't know how to kiss. I taught him how to kiss me. He didn't teach me what to do to him. I said, okay, so how about I go get a stripper pole and put it in our bedroom?
She actually-
just to try to spice it up. So he told me, why are you gonna do that? Laughed at me and told me I was too clumsy and I can't dance.
Well, what is a stripper pole gonna do, Your Honor? Exactly. I mean, you can go to a strip club and find somebody who wanna do it for.
Oh, Mr. Overstreet, you're just not nice. Do you know what I mean? You're just not nice.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
You said what?
He tells me I don't give him affection, but he don't really give me any affection. Everything is his world, okay? Everything is about Donell. If it ain't about Donell, it's not right. I love him, okay? I really love him. If we fight and he leaves, it's me who comes after him. But I asked him, would he come after me? And he can't even respond to that. I mean, I'm more than just somebody for sex. I just want him to love me for me. Like, he'll get mad if I smile or be talking to somebody and they tell me I'm beautiful or I'm pretty, but he doesn't tell me that all the time. But then when they say that or give me that compliment, he'll say, oh, well, you can have her then. Why give me away? Why,
Mr.
why
Overstreet,
do
do you, now, beyond the facts, do you feel her pain?
I feel the pain.
She's really hurting. Whether or not you think she should hurt or not is another story. But she is in pain. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Do you think you understand the genesis or the cause of that pain?
Because I'm not showing her that affection.
That's part of it. You treat her like she's
A doormat?
an error,
Okay.
that she's a mistake. She can do 100 things in the day.
It's not right.
99 of them will be good. One of them's wrong, and that's the only one you see. And you stay on that note and stay on it and stay on it and stay on it until she feels like she's nobody. Her life is like a bucket of problems. And every time she does something wrong, it fills up the bucket. And one more thing, it splashes all over. But you never take any out at the bottom. You never give her anything. You never do anything for her. You never love her because she's an error. She's imperfect. She is not giving you everything she wants, so why should she get anything that she wants at all?
But, okay, so I don't do anything extravagant or, you know,
I didn't
outside
say,
of the box.
did I mention the word extravagant?
No, you
I did not mention the word I'm telling you how she feels. This is a marriage, and a marriage involves a whole lot of layers of love and care and affection, and she's not getting them. I know exactly what her problem is. You got to be a little less self-involved, Mr. Overstreet, and just because it's something that you don't want doesn't mean that it's not something that she needs. Whatever you're doing is not enough, which is why she's leaving you.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? And you got to be man enough to inquire and want to know and to figure, not just fight, you know, she should be fine. Isn't that what you contend, that she should be fine?
She'll be fine.
Even if you do tell her she's no good in bed and laugh at her idea of the stripper pole and tell her that she doesn't cook off enough and all that, she should be fine. She should be fine with that, right?
Yes.
And she should have sex with you 5 times in a day, even though you say the things that you say to her. She should be fine. She's not fine. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you got to figure out why and do something about it. If I were you, Mrs. Overstreet, I wouldn't make this a gesture. I would make this real. I would book up. People who think their lives, their entire lives revolve around them solely and only, that's who they are. And they won't really believe that they need to treat you differently until they realize that you might actually go. Right?
Right.
I know you came here just to get heard. I get that part. That's why I can't find the money part. That's, you know, and I get that. You didn't get heard. You spoke, but you weren't heard. And you got to be woman enough to decide whether or not this is the kind of nonsense you want to live with the rest of your life. Me, I wouldn't do it. But hey, that's just me. This matter is adjourned.
Acquanetta agrees with the judge that she should move on and appreciates the confirmation that Donell is unlikely to change his ways. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.